Anticipation has been built. God, I love those sound effects. It only adds. Had to make that blood a little pink. Just a little. I have a feeling. Uh-oh, hang on. Everything. Stop. Everything. You are muted. You are muted. Oh no. Oh dear. This is the one thing we couldn't have tested for. Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Was there game
Do I have a
noise?
voice now? Oh my goodness gracious. I am so sorry. Definitely, there's a test audio button right here under it, just to see. And I could have tested at any time, and I failed to. Well, hello properly, everyone. I definitely yammered a whole lot about how excited I was, and about the boyfriends, and about how I'd been keeping Ohtil waiting. So it seemed like Not Moss's comments about were because of the anticipation that I've made Ohtil wait through. But no, it was also just that I didn't have any audio. Well, now I'm back. Hello, welcome everybody to the stream.
Was there any game audio to this point?
Oh, and
Okay.
Oh, and people have discovered the chat bubbles. I hope, Ohtil, I hope that the chat bubbles aren't too ticklish. I hope it's alright that it's raining text.
It's alright. I really do need the back rub.
Alright. And with the hammer
Yeah, they're
aside,
behind me, but that's alright.
It's alright? Okay. Alright, well, with all that aside, August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Lobby Number 2. Oh my god.
Boy, am I nervous.
Are you Phoenix?
I don't know, you didn't read it. Right.
Hi, Chief.
There I am. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
Oh, he definitely did that on purpose, didn't he?
It says a lot about you. And your client as well.
Game noise is a bit loud compared. Let me check something real quick. Thank you so much for your patience. Volume mixer.
Are you telling me you aren't jamming out to this right now?
Oh, I am jamming at this. I just also want to hear your beautiful voice.
I'm talking to chat. You.
They don't need us. They just need the music vibes.
Yeah.
Chat, is this better? Did this change things?
Yeah, that's fair. You can hear our words. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, okay, sweet, beautiful. And I can also hear beautiful words. Would you believe it's transposing my desktop audio completely? So if you can't hear Eden, I can also barely hear Eden.
Oh dear.
But it's fine. We got it. We got Ohtil's audio. We got it. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's you.
Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. This is not a good sign for your first case, bud. This is not a good sign.
News to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I definitely track whose line is whose. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over.
Everything, it's all over. Isn't that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, that's him.
Death, despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah.
Nick.
Look at his face! Look at his
Nick.
face!
Nick.
Hey. Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die.
What? What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't.
Larry.
Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
I feel wildly underqualified for this question, Larry. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. That's definitely not what he sounds like. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz. I didn't make it. I didn't make it to the first line read. I didn't survive.
I'm sorry, did you experience something funny? Was there a joke that I didn't notice?
Okay, I'm trying.
Just you wait.
Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. I almost made it through.
No, you didn't.
Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Fucking... Yep. No! Oh no, I swore in the first 15 seconds of the video. It's funny because content platforms. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know it better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart, and that I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. That's his sweet boy. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Courtroom, number 2. I'm gonna figure out what the narrator sounds like eventually. Oh. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
Execution is ready, Your Honor.
I would like to think that he's distantly related to Max Payne.
No, he's not that, no.
The most dweeb cousin.
He's not that cool. Like,
The
he's not
dweebiest
cool enough
cousin.
to even be distantly related to Max Payne. He's not, he can't be.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading, mom's spaghetti.
In there.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
I will never forget the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
Yourself of murder.
Watch me. Listen, if we'll let old stinky Larry off the hook.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Oh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait, uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm trying a total blank here. Phoenix? It was in the papers. You don't need the court report, it was in the papers.
Phoenix,
oh good, she also...
Are you absolutely sure you're up to this?
His reading comprehension
I told you
struggling.
there were 2 positions for her.
Goodness gracious.
I told you were getting the cleave or the side boob profile.
I'm not making any comments about her in positions. I'm
You
abstaining.
don't even know the victim's name?
I'm distracted, ma'am. Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Also the victim's name.
Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. And this thing that maybe we shouldn't have.
Well, you do have another button on screen.
Why does it look like a, Midwestern Jello cake?
Well, it's only about, like, an inch across.
Yeah, but you see,
that
like,
helps.
shape-wise.
But it makes it look like it... Shape-wise, at that size,
Midwestern
it looks
Jell-O
like
cake.
a little spritz cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tea biscuit.
Yeah. You do have another button, though.
I do.
You have another button.
Oh. Oh! Oh!
So, we went to school with Larry Butz. Larry Butz is 23 years old.
Grade school? Okay.
Yep.
Wait. Oh.
Our boss is 27 years old. The established, experienced attorney is 27 years old.
I have questions.
Who has her own law office.
Jello
Not
ring? Is it
working.
called a Jello ring? It's called a Jello ring. Thank you, Marsman. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just saying this is all playing it a little fast and loose.
Okay. I mean,
Our
you know.
version of a grown woman who has had the time and mental fortitude to open her own law office is age 27.
You know, some people are just too metal to comprehend.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned in this life. Model this by herself. Prosecutor in this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across.
Yep.
Okay, but Winston Payne is a sick name. Kinda.
Say it again.
Winston Payne.
Say it again. A little slower.
Winston Payne.
Winston Payne.
Winston Payne.
That's why his voice sounds like that.
Oh my god.
You'll
Oh
also
my
get to hear
god.
his voice in a little bit.
This is good game design. This is good storytelling. Perfect.
We're looking for
Beautiful
the
notice.
victim's name, despite the fact that that Mia is trying to ask you for the defendant's name.
Oh, what? So she is. So she
Yeah,
is.
I don't
But
know
look,
why it says that.
we got peak translation up in here.
We just made a little whoopsie.
Oh no, sorry for skimming
okay.
through.
Do it for me. Please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer.
Well, I'm sorry, I gotta get that.
Who is the victim in this case?
I can say cinder block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me what was the cause of death. She died because she was...
She was struck once with a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Guess I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Yeah, but see, he's called Mr. Payne.
Your Honor.
He's called Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
So we know we're looking for a libertarian.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statuette of the court record.
Right. Oh, that's you. I'm brain.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. Because you can just do that.
Right, you can just...
I mean, that
hey.
evidence is the only ammunition you have in court.
I mean, this feels like paperwork just with a better UI. And less of it.
Just you wait. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. We're in our tutorial phase.
We definitely are.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Oh, the prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand.
The voice is done.
The voice might be done.
Be good to your throat.
I just don't have the energy, I think.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
This one's you.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Oh, Larry.
Oh, he will.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's back!
Mr. No, it's not. I just want to make awful noises. I don't want to actually talk in the voice, because I didn't actually establish one.
Listen, it's important to talk in an awful voice sometimes.
Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Oh my god, it has evolved.
Oh, I was also doing Larry, wasn't I?
Do you want me to get Larry?
It, buddy.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I forget his voice. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Man reads Shakespeare. Didn't they all die?
But I just want to say, Larry is a man of multitudes. Okay?
I
need you to be prepared.
That twitching eye is perfect and beautiful.
His whole cheek just spasming. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever.
Guy been there, Larry.
What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped.
Oh, it's a good game.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it. Lies. I don't believe a word of it.
I love that Larry's swinging between rage and just like whatever this face is, where his pupils have fully dilated and he looks like
Larry's
a gray
experiencing
alien.
every stage of grief at once.
Every stage of grief at once.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Okay.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
I lost his voice completely.
Dude, no way.
Is this?
He should just sound like Shaggy.
I was gonna ask, dude, no way!
Yeah, no, I
I
didn't
cannot do
mean
a good Jackie.
I didn't mean to. That just kind of was correct.
But it's so perfect.
He's Shaggy, except an art major who is also screaming.
Terrifying, powerful, exactly correct.
Yeah. Why did I decide to drink water then?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I helped. Here I can be looking at the victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. I'm done, apparently.
Oh no, be gentle with your voice. Also, like, you don't have to
Oh,
read
good.
opposing characters just talking to each other. I think that's gonna happen to us no matter what we do. But
It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
whatever I expected to come out of that pronunciation, it wasn't that.
Daddies? Sugar?
Oh, Larry.
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude.
Dude.
And then Mr. Payne just gets misogynistic.
Oh,
We
gets?
can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. She's dead, buddy.
We can see. We can see what kind of woman she was. Living a good life and
Yeah.
doing her thing. Leave her alone.
Tell me,
She's-
Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
I think you're a dick.
Right? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Oh, Larry. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Everyone told me to take the correct action, so I'm gonna take the correct action.
Yeah.
My client had no idea... No, I don't immediately get a... Phoenix doesn't immediately get a new voice as soon as he opens his mouth.
He could.
He always sounds like a dweeb, though. Like, a little bit.
He just, I mean, it comes
My
across
client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
You know what? I don't think I can make the sounds that Winston Payne needs because Discord's not going to let him through.
Oof! Wins!
Very good. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog.
Larry, you need to drink your juice.
Larry, you need water. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I love the zoom out because the entire courtroom has lost control of the situation along
Right,
with it.
exactly. No one's running things anymore.
Yeah.
5 minutes
Larry's
into
not
Larry
in
being
charge
on
of
the stand and
himself,
it's a
nobody
circus. What was
I
that?
believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good. Except,
Next
it's not...
question.
Wait, Phoenix! It was just demonstrated that he just found out about this, Phoenix.
Yeah, but then he got a little intense about it.
About how he just
No,
found out about...
I mean,
Verb...
Theoretically.
Phoenix.
Theoretically. If Larry's capable of dishonesty, it could be something else.
Oh, good. Larry being capable of dishonesty. A thing I fully believe he has access to in his toolkit.
He lives, like, you know when people talk about living in the moment?
Yes.
Like, he...
Larry remembers the
like
last
a
5
baby,
seconds of his life.
doesn't experience object permanence, doesn't
Exactly.
experience the passage of time.
Boy has the ADHD.
Oh, it's beyond that. It's... You can't medicate this.
The true...
You can't medicate for this.
Larry has the truest... Larry follows the way of the Tao.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning. Oh, the kicky feets. Oh no. Bright may have discovered something.
You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Oh! I'm sorry, I know that
did
was
you or
yours.
did you not? Well, maybe I didn't, maybe I didn't.
But Larry, shut your...
might be of a statement.
Larry, shut your mouth. Oh, he went. What do I do? I haven't... Oh. Because it's correct to have him answer honestly, unless he's Larry and everything he says is wildly, viciously incriminating for no, like, possible reason.
He's gonna say it in the worst way possible, no matter
He
what.
is. But also, I can't, like, look reasonable and be like, no, actually, my client you called to stand, he can't give basic details about the case. Like,
Yeah.
that's not... I feel like I will get in trouble for doing that. Okay. You know what, Larry? Live your truth. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I went.
Order! Well, Mr. Butz?
Unique sound clips.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. There he is. There it was.
That was amazing. That was the most amazing objective I've heard.
Now you understand. Like, why... Now you understand why.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
And
so
his
perfect.
name is Winston Payne. You're right, you're right. That is actually his face. Your Honor, the
It is his
defendant is
face.
lying.
Lying?
Look at this dumbfounded man. Look how completely lost he is that someone might...
Completely vacant. There's nothing going on in there.
Not a thought behind those eyes.
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Okay.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
Just, I love this judge, like, not a thought in his head, completely led around by the nose by anyone saying any sentence.
Oh yeah. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
I love the little wiggling pixel heads.
Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Is it gonna keep being like this? Is it just this first
Like
case, or is
what?
every day like this in the Phoenix
Like
Wright
what?
universe?
What's it like? Like
God, I
what?
hope
like,
so.
What's it like? What's it even
God, I
like?
hope it never ends.
It's not going to.
I'm so excited. Oh my god, the most trustworthy man!
Mr. Sawit, you sell. Wow. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
No, he only has the one verb, actually. Oh yes, newspapers, yes!
Yeah.
Mr.
Sawit,
you may proceed with your testimony.
Oh, why did I do the judge?
Please tell the court that you saw the please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Oh my god.
Witness's account.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside, but very able to think up highly specific and detailed adjectives. Verbs. Not able to think of word types, though. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I love him. I love him. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor. At the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? I don't know. I wasn't around for phones that were plugged into the wall.
I think
I've
he was.
never
I was. We
experienced-
both were. But you know.
Well, yeah, phones
funny
that plug
that
directly
they-
into the wall and are just a simple phone work during a blackout because they aren't actually operated on
Right.
electricity in the same way.
Right.
But like any kind of digital aspect to a phone, you put anything digital in there, that sucker needs power.
I
But
love
this
this.
man isn't even ready to live in 2001.
No.
Like he doesn't.
Well, because we had cell phones in 2001.
Well,
Late 90s?
I mean,
I know what's going on in the world.
not widespread cell phones, but specifically like cordless phones.
Right. Oh, there we
He
go.
doesn't understand the concept, yeah.
Some cordless phones do not function normally. There we go.
The phone
Yes.
that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. I love the envelope. God, I love the envelopes they use in this game.
Now.
Every item, every object.
I gotta see it. I do.
Look
It's
at it.
funny that
That long envelope.
we don't like. There's not a high. We don't got many pixels, right, on the
No.
two little screens we got. So we gotta
Right.
make the most of them. And I love the way that like the envelopes of different colors have to be evidence because we need to be able to click on them, but also they contain paperwork in them. But you also need to be able to tell them apart.
Yeah. Well, and you'll get multiples
Now,
of.
Mr. Wright,
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
you may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.
All right. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? I never watched a court drama before.
He has forgotten all of law school. Why
I
he
experienced
exposed
anxiety
the
once in my-
lies, the testimony the witness gave. I
Lies?
dropped a lot of words.
What? He was lying? I'm sorry. My entire all the education that led up to my bar vented out the back of my head the moment I had anxiety.
Yeah. Your client is innocent, right? then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Ooh.
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence.
Evidence.
Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand.
Evidence.
There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
She made a face at us just then.
Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony.
He said it was 1 p.m. The thing went out on noon.
You skipped the other document that might have helped us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The other
Passport.
document that might have helped us. That document.
Oh, that doesn't match the time of death at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we're not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, look at their faces.
Yeah.
I was going to door for a selling subscription when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Strain as papa and ba 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 ba. Okay, there we go. I got it.
And
I
if
got
you
it. I won't have
notice
to.
those little tiny icons at the top of the screen there next to the present button,
Oh.
they were giving you the option to hold down the Y button and shout objection at your DS.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so perfect and beautiful.
Yeah.
You found
They
the body.
advertised the game for a little while with like ads that included like men on the subway in Japan shouting at their gaming devices.
That's very cute, though. That's very cute, though.
It's very
All
cute.
right.
It's very good.
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe.
Get
Phoenix
it?
is great at calling out on people on bald-faced lies.
Hey, get it? Did you get it? Did you get
hard
it?
to believe?
Frankly?
Frankly.
Frankly?
Frankly.
His name is
Oh.
Frank. Get it?
Oh, I'm gonna have to reformat my brain to comprehend.
Do you understand why I am the way that I am now?
I do, and it's perfect and beautiful. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. He's fucking nailing it. He's a perfect
seems
genius.
as though this piece of information should have become an issue earlier.
Way sooner. Yeah. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? God, the little gremlin screech that he makes is so beautiful.
You see, like, I've been trying to voice some of his lines in the voice a little bit, but then I see that my little icon does not light up because I'm not allowed to make that sound. In
Right,
the
no,
Discord.
it's illegal.
It simply won't allow it.
Your microphone has decided it is illegal to be that much of a gremlin.
Yeah. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sod, I just took a sip of my tea and so my voice is really different. Mr. Sod, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. And that's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Oh, this is fun. Wait! I remember now!
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? There's a blackout.
Yeah.
Can I do this now?
Not now. This is the initial run-through of the testimony.
Okay.
So it's essentially like on direct and cross.
Right.
In American court, where...
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, except instead of answering the questions of the prosecutor, they're just saying some shit, and then you get to cross-examine it, but it's the exact same. You get to press for more information. You can ask them to elaborate on their statements, or you can present evidence to directly contradict it and see what happens. Right,
okay. It was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program on her turned-off TV. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Also verifiable. Mm-hmm. Like if there's a tape in the television.
Yeah.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Like it's pretty apparent.
Stop.
So you could also have held down Y to say, hold it!
That's so good.
Yeah. So there's objection and there's hold it.
What happens if I present a bad piece of evidence? Does Phoenix attempt to say how those things are related and fail?
Do you see those exclamation marks up on the top screen?
Yes.
That's how many times you're allowed to fuck up.
Oh my god.
And it'll say you'll say something like, this evidence really explains, and the judge is like, no, it really doesn't, and then you lose. Some points. Yeah.
Deeply Phoenix. Mm-hmm. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Irk.
Did you see it?
What did I miss?
Watch him very closely the next time we put him under stress.
He did a little wavy hands out gesture?
No, it was something else.
Oh no.
The defendant has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sahit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. One more thing.
Did you see it?
He made a good horror face. Is there something up his sleeves?
Did you see how his hair bounced off of his head?
Oh my god.
Did you see
now
his hairpiece bounce off of his skull?
Look, he made such a good face. I got distracted. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sahit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
Okay, so he does have a brain cell. You just have to, try to wake it up, 3 times.
Yeah, he does know how his job should be done. It's just that sometimes he's asleep at the wheel.
These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
No, I'm still convinced he has no brain cells, actually. That, and you seem rather...
That, and you seem rather distraught.
Did you see it?
Oh, I didn't. I missed it again. I'm sorry.
You gotta watch him so carefully.
Watch so carefully.
Yeah.
Eyes on. All many of them.
Yes.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sahit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
He really is just like, testimony quality is death spiraling.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it! Every day. Every
Yeah.
day. Every day I
Yeah.
wake up. Every day I perceive. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Every day
didn't
wake
hear
up
the
and
time.
This is what made me. This is what made me who I am.
It's perfect.
And,
It's beautiful.
And I'm better this way.
It's, you know, if
Yeah.
I could live with this much joy, I would every day.
Yeah.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Oh.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. No. Okay. Table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
The murder weapon?
I'm just trying to figure out where in his testimony it can be like, wasn't there a blackout?
This was the murder weapon.
Right, that was the murder weapon.
Yeah. And what did he say the murder weapon was?
A table clock. There we go.
Don't
There we
present
go.
it here. There you go.
No, because it should be presented. Must have been what I saw. No!
Now find
No!
the contradiction. You just
Okay.
moved back around.
Oh, thank God. I just needed to get chastised a little bit. I guess. You know, that's a great question about why he didn't know the time if there was a clock. It's because he's, lying at murders.
He's desperately trying to fill in the holes with his lies. If, like, the thing that liars struggle with the most is not filling in the gaps. Just
Yep.
leave something. Just leave it. If you
It's why
don't
the,
know
like-
how to fill a hole, just leave it. Oh yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I thought it was 1 o'clock.
Uh-huh. It's the, like, just like how the whole, like, Columbo apparatus operates on, like, now how do you think that happened? Oh,
Yeah.
one more thing. Here's this thing that doesn't line up. What do you think happened? And people who aren't guilty aren't immediately like, well, let me construct an entire ocean of theories about how this could have happened so that you'll go away and leave me alone. They'll be like, oh, that is weird.
Yeah. Seems strange. Really
Except if
can't
you're Larry.
provide
I
you with an
fully
answer.
believe Larry would be like, here's a thesis on why something that I wasn't there, it must have happened that way. Because I'm panicking, and I'm Larry, and nothing I say is productive.
No, yeah, no. Larry can't. Larry's trying.
Or everything he says is incriminating. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud.
What?
As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. That seems reasonable. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yeah, we do. We really do. Because you cannot see the time on that clock. And
Yeah.
also, what is it that makes it make the sound?
Yeah, that's really specific. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. Oh, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna reach Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist. This is the only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Thank you, Phoenix, for just getting this.
Yeah.
Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock, because he... What?
He went into the apartment is the relevant thing to what...
It's the relevant thing here.
Yeah.
The second part is like an implication that we could draw, but...
It's a out of left field sort of a thing.
Exactly. You're
And
lying.
it doesn't help our case.
You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, wait, Sarah just does a little jump, don't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Phoenix is just on a roll now. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. I love the little wobbly heads.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate?
I would like to submit for the record the way the witness is freaking the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
This look on the witness's face.
Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I saw, Shut up, I hate you, it was him, I tell you, I saw him, he killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Well, there's my voice giving out. He was melting. Did you see his hair came off? He was melting.
Yeah. He
Order in the court, I say.
it on
I'm
her
sipping
face.
my tea.
Your Honor,
Oh, my throat.
a moment, please.
Oh, my throat.
There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Hey, there's a problem with it being 1 o'clock. Oh, she just gotten back from the trip.
Yep, there you go.
She just got back from the trip. That's why the clock is doing that, because it's a gift
She
from
doesn't care.
someone she's... Okay. Okay, I'm trying to take care of my voice. I was feeling it. Look, it's not very often you get discovered for committing the most obviously you committed a crime in the world.
Yeah.
And he made such fun noise. He makes such good noises, Mars.
He really
Okay.
fell all the way apart.
Where are we? We're
go
doing
back?
the thing.
You're answering a question, not presenting evidence right now.
I know, I'm thinking on it. So
Yeah.
the thing said 1 o'clock because it's from her trip abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Clocks, batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. Okay, Oh, that's a lot of lemon and honey on my vocal cords. That's better.
Yum.
Examine the
Delectable.
clock's batteries. I don't think examining the clock's batteries would do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Asking the neighbors seems like a questionable.
Sounds
choice.
like
We could just
time that
push
we
the
aren't going
button.
to afford for this tutorial level.
What was that?
Sounds like time we aren't going to afford for this tutorial level.
True. Let's sound the clock, now, here in this court. Also, this is better drama. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is
No, that can't be the voice. We gotta remember, this is a libertarian's clock.
I think it's 8:25.
There we go. It's gotta have a manly thinking voice.
That's certainly a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Oh, sorry.
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow, precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Oh! Ha! Ha! You forgot one thing! Uh-oh, what's he talking about? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How did you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! Oh, he's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness, a thing that is a part of trials. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! I get another accent! I don't know why I got this
Look what
accent, but
happens.
here we
I lose
are!
my toupee. I get really sweaty. I rip the buttons off my shirt.
They treat me like a criminal! A criminal!
Yeah, good for you.
You lawyers are all slime! And also, criminals should be treated as second-class citizens, and I'm down for that so long as I'm not one of them!
Exactly.
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Besides proving your innocence, I also had to prove his guilt. Or it's not, it doesn't count. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's how it
count.
works. You can't just like prove not guilty. You really do gotta prove somebody else guilty. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia standing there like, what the fuck?
Mia, I mean, Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. No one can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yeah, we just talked about it. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. He's in full meltdown mode at this point.
Oh yeah.
Let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running slow.
You see those icons?
I missed him.
Oh, it's just the Y. The Y icon.
Oh yeah, I did see the Y earlier after you
Yeah.
mentioned it. I was so happy. The victim had just returned home abroad. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours.
Do we
When
all
it's
know
4
that?
p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day here. Words.
There.
The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Hey. Ayo. Ayo. Got got him. You had a fucking heart attack.
Oh, order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty.
I love these confetti. It's so good. My favorite. All of my best courtrooms have confetti.
With that, the court is adjourned, and it's time to reset the confetti launchers.
Next, we bring in the dedicated confetti janitors.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
I love
He does burgling in a suit. He does burgling in a purple suit.
Yeah. But like everybody's suit is colors.
It's but he wears a suit while burgling.
Colors.
Burgle suit.
Yeah,
Gotta get my
but
burgle
like,
suit.
He's wearing a suit, which means he's a professional, which means people will ignore him, right?
Yeah, that's because when I see someone delivering newspapers and they're doing it in a suit, that's what I think.
Well, he's
this
not
is
delivering
normal.
newspapers. He's selling you a newspaper subscription.
Oh, okay. No, still not. Still lost. Newspaper subscription? That does belong on web pages. Those belong on web pages blocking out articles with a header "Democracy dies in darkness."
2001. 2001.
Okay. I'm done. I'm done grumping about that for the moment.
2001.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. Oh, I still can't believe we won.
Right? Good job in there.
Oh my god,
Congratulations.
positive feedback. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Sorry, I had to yawn. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
She's bored of getting positive feedback.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Oh, Larry. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Larry, why is it the grave? Good. Wait, no, bad. I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Oh, your girlfriend
Like,
did
it
just
manages
die.
to be sad and more embarrassing.
Larry, she was cheating on you, Larry, but it's okay to be sad. You loved her very
cheating
deeply.
on you, but like, hang on though, because you're about to feel bad about it. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz. Innocent.
Perfection.
There you go. Thanks. I really owe you one.
Did he put his arm in his sleeve and woggle it around because his sleeve doesn't fit?
He's just like this.
Oh, no, it's not cheating if she's in denial about them having broken up. Real talk.
Yeah.
There were a lot of variables, I'm sorry.
Well, there are also some more variables.
Yeah, it's a good stim.
I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. See, he's going through every
stage of grief.
Oh no, I
Speedrun.
couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
Larry, that is the most
Well, hang
confusing object you could have handed me as a present.
on. Well, a present? For me?
Handed to her as a present.
Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this?
He contains depths.
I told you he's a man of multitudes. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool.
No, Larry, she broke up with you.
Did she?
No, she
was
didn't.
in Paris.
Oh yeah, I think she just
She
ghosted
went to
Larry.
Paris.
She
I
just
think
fucking.
She just went to a different country, and he
But didn't
couldn't
she-
get in contact with her because she was just in a different country for work.
Oh, yeah. Because it's only on Mr. Winge's word that the breakup is what happened there. Yeah, no, she.
Yeah.
How long was she in the different country too? Was she just like away for a week and Larry had a full meltdown?
I think pretty much. Well, it's like she was away for a week. He felt like he was being ghosted, and then she got murdered. Like,
You know, Larry,
he
I
wasn't
would be a
even
mess too.
necessarily- Yeah.
I would be a disaster. You had to be a disaster for those circumstances to happen to you, but Larry, I would be a disaster a little bit in this situation as well. Larry.
Are you so sure? Excuse me?
Squeeze me. Lawyer.
Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay.
Perfect line. No notes.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
What? Don't say right face. What the heck is she talking about?
She brought that clock all the way to Paris and back.
She brought that clock all the way to Paris and back. Larry. So everyone's wrong, an idiot, and just making assumptions about her. That's what we're learning.
Everybody is projecting onto this poor girl, this poor
Right.
dead 22-year-old, who, like, yeah, maybe she was getting money off rich men, but
Get
she
your
was
bag.
in love
Do
with.
it.
Oh, hello to first time chat.
Hello, Samueli? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but hello and
Yeah.
welcome.
But yeah, so she literally, maybe, yeah, she, well, for one, was a model, which means that people are going to project very poorly onto her. Maybe she was taking rich men's money, but she was
So
dating
valid.
Larry Butz, who's
She
got
was dating
nothing,
Larry Butz.
no prospects, nothing going for him.
Right.
He's just a guy who is actually a fucking incredible artist?
Right, but also a failure at everything he's ever turned his
A
hand
failure
to.
Yeah, a failure at, like, everything except he's made, like, an incredibly technologically complex clock for them both.
Right, his amazing, beautiful, technologically complex, slightly libertarian clock. Perfect. Perfect,
Yeah,
no
I
notes.
don't know if he knows about that. I think he just made this little clock.
Incompetent king, exactly.
I think he is an incompetent king who made a clock that is also an incompetent king.
Right, right. I mean, the clock seemed really competent, honestly.
The clock
I love
is
the
like,
fact that it said, I'm
think
thinking
this is
it's
what
this
time it
time. That's great. That's brilliant. That's so funny.
Right? And it's like, you tilt the neck, so it's like you rock his head either forward and back or side to side. So you make this guy do like a cute little side to side head
nod.
thing. I think maybe, like, it's very cute. Love all the men in this game, especially if they suck. Here for my incompetent king? Yeah, thank you.
Especially if they suck.
Why is the thinker libertarian? Would you like to give your dissertation, Rattlebone?
There is some... Okay. Very briefly, there's... I mean, mostly it's because I was thinking of Atlas more than I was thinking of the thinker, but also because there is just a thing about the people who tend to be, like, very into classical statuary, and, like, they're, like, often that is comes with sort of a relationship with the history of the places that made classical statuary a little bit, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hello. Yes, yes. At its best, vaporwave and trans women. We love classical statuary in this house. I just also I did see it. My brain was like Atlas, and that's not what it was. Oh yeah, I'm very excited for Edgeworth. We haven't met him yet.
We're getting so close, baby.
I'm so excited for the boyfriends.
So close.
That said, my headphones are apparently dying, so that's gonna be exciting for my setup whenever that happens. So I'm sorry in advance. Hope the stream survives.
You were right about how long it was gonna take to get through this.
Oh my god, it took an hour. Amazing. Yeah.
So we can get started on the next one if you would like.
Look, if we can get far enough to meet Edgeworth, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Do you still want to be the Butz?
Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to make a joke about Edgeworth. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. Like, Larry now trying to be very down on himself.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. I love we can see the man's emotions loading in real time.
Like, you can see that Larry Butz is a man who tries not to operate on the same level that other human beings do. Like, he is actively trying not to be a functional human being. Because it hurts.
You know what? Too right. It does hurt, bud. I get you.
Yeah.
Sometimes thinking hard hurt brain bad. Oopsie.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
I think it made him feel a little more complicated.
Yeah.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too.
Oh my god, it had a thesis? It had a good thesis. There was a guy there was a man named I Saw It, and we had a good, thoughtful thesis.
Yeah. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
I love that all the music and the things faded out just so that, like, me could be like, hey, here's the thesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
We're just
Yep.
we're just normal butts. We're just
Yep.
innocent butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Oh my goodness. Then so my first trial came to a close. Simile, I think that's exactly right. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me, I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep." Oh! Le gasp!